So basically, we haven't done any training yet, other than like we've tried to teach him to sit and down and come and whatever with treats. And he's responded pretty well to that. I mean, we're not super consistent with it, but he does it when there's a treat involved. But if we're like out on a walk, he loves to go for walks and he's good on his leash. But he'll pull and it gets really excited if there's another dog coming or even other people coming. So I always have to kind of pull him over to the side. He won't sit when he's on command for that. I think the main thing is that he loves to bite. He loves to play bite. I mean, he's never like breaking skin, but he'll bite at us just because he's so excited. And what we're worried about is I'm actually going out of town in a week, and my mother-in-law is coming, and I just don't know that she'll sort of put up with that. So it's puppy stuff. He jumps up on the table all the time when we're eating. Jumping up is an issue. The sort of play biting. And those are kind of the major things. We want him to sit. When we say sit, we want him to want to be able to bring him to like doggy daycare and have him get along with other dogs, that kind of stuff. But he's a puppy. It's not, I don't think it's any sort of like major behavioral issues. He's been there once before. He spent a day in daycare there, and I think they started like an evaluation.
Our daycare?
Yeah.
Oh really? Let me see.
We got a report card from it, everything.
You were only here for one day?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. When was this?
Oh God. I'm not even sure. Might have been.
Oh, it was recently, right? It was recently.
It was a few weeks ago.
Okay, I think I remember Skip. I'm not sure if I was there for his first day. Like personally, I wasn't there, but I remember. Yeah. Keith was just like wondering further training and everything like that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a little kind of confused about how this goes. Like, so we do a consultation, we talk about what, and then is there like an evaluation process too?
Yeah. So, because Skip is how old?
He is 6 months.
6 months. So 6 months is when we begin e-collar training. Because I was told that he wanted more reliable obedience. Like none of because the food stuff, because you're for positive only. Was this food stuff through another trainer? Or was it with like just you guys just doing it?
Just us doing it.
Yeah. So as you can kind of see, the positive only has a low ceiling. If Skip sees a dog and you have food in your hand, Skip's thinking, well, I'm not going to see that dog later, but I'll get the food later, so I'm going to choose the dog. Same with squirrels or anything like that. Anything that's greater than food, you just don't have control, or that obedience just goes out the window. And also, if you don't have food, the obedience as well goes out the window. I can just I see his little ears like
jumping up right now.
But for this consultation, we were just kind of seeing like what your goals were, if you wanted to, because he's old enough for e-collar training.
Yeah. I mean, Keith already went ahead and bought him the e-collar that you guys recommend. So I'm honestly a little bit hesitant about the e-collar training, but I think we just want, it's not like we want him to be like a show dog doing tricks. We want basic obedience things.
That's what we
We
go
still
for.
want him to be a happy puppy, and I don't, it's just more that, we can have other people around who don't know him, and that he'll behave when people come over, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So, what do you know about e-collar?
I don't know much about it. I mean, I know that it's sends like a little buzz,
Mhm.
and used as a if he doesn't do something right, then he gets that little buzz. So it's like, instead of hold on, I'm gonna let him out actually. Instead of the just positive reinforcement of a treat, he knows when something is not right too. So I think my hesitancy is, how much of a zap is he getting? Is it is it something that is hurting him? Is it something that he'll eventually dread doing these things? I don't want him to be unhappy.
So e-collar, the old term, or like the old, oh wait, before we start, what kind of e-collar did you get?
It's in the other, I can go check. It's whatever you guys recommended, I think. And then Keith had done some searching online of reviews and stuff. So do you want me to go check and see what it is?
Yeah, sure.
I can go pee. Yeah, hold on. This one.
Okay.
Dogtra, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, I'll talk about the collars and everything, like what collar would be for Skip and everything. But yeah, so e-collar, have you ever been to a physical therapist?
Yeah.
Have you ever had like the muscle movement where they like put like these patches on you and like they move the muscle?
The electric stem.
Yeah, that's what e-collar is.
Okay.
It's that exact like it's that exact like it's a TENS unit. Like they sell that like Walgreens too. Like they put it on your abs, and like they're like, if you want to get a six pack, like it moves your muscles and everything. That's what e-collar is. It's just like stimulation. So like if I were to have it on my hand and I was going up and up and up, my thumb would just be moving a lot like that.
Yeah.
As we go higher. There's no, because the old term and the old technology was shock collar, and it was shocking. It would like you would feel it go through your body, but the Dogtra does not go through your body. Jesse likes to put it as electric, but not electricity. So Keith will, I mean not Keith, Skip would only feel it like at one spot. So if it's on his left neck, it has two contact points, and it'll just be moving the neck like that. But then sometimes, you'll see the twitch, or like like the shoulder like twitch like this, and like let's say Skip's looking at a dog, and you're pressing that button, he's just like that, but he doesn't care because he's looking at the dog. So then we have to go a little higher to create like for him to disengage, and then you'll see like, oh, like he'll like do like that, like, oh, what was that? And then like he'll look at you, or like be a disengage from the dog. We don't go for yelping. We don't we don't like put the dog in a situation where like, okay, the dog's gonna bite here, let's ram it up and then just bam bam bam. We don't do that. There's a specific way econ needs to be taught, because dogs need to know that they're in control of the e-collar, and they turn it on and they turn it off. So there's not going to be any of losing like personality. For the first few weeks, there might be a little bit of like he might be a little like not down, but just like calmer.
Mhm.
It's just because it's just for the first few weeks it goes away. It's because e-collar is a stressor. So if Skip starts to feel the e-collar, it's whatever his stress response is. That's what he is under, like the excitement,
Mhm.
So we might see him like, go into flight mode where he's trying to get away from the stimulation. So he's like, okay, I need to get out of here. So these exercises we do in the beginning is teaching him like, okay, I know you feel this. Like the first response dogs, the first response is that they want to get away from it because they don't know what it is. So we have to teach them that no, when you feel it, you need to come to us. So it's just a bunch of like teaching them like what it means. They turn it on, they turn it off. What their response is going to be. It could be, stress, anxiety, flight, fear. But it's important that, because sometimes clients will see this like, oh, the e-collar is making my dog like, anxious. Well, no, like your dog was already anxious. We're just now seeing it come up. So as we work through the anxiety or fear or whatever his response is, we need to work through it to like, we need to like get over the hill for him to realize, oh, I just gotta walk with mom. I just gotta pay attention. That's all I have to do. Um, so there won't be any of like loss of personality. He won't like, he won't be afraid of people. He won't, he'll still be himself. Like, you get him excited, he'll be excited. There's nothing like that. We've never seen like psychological damage from dogs. There's a lot of room for there's a lot of room for error for like the handlers, like for you guys. There's a lot of room.
Mhm.
You can mess up, but you won't mess up Skip. Um, um, any questions so far?
No, I mean, how does he wear the e-collar all the time? Or
So
just when we're training? Is it like, does that become his collar? Like he's
yeah,
wearing it all the time now?
so it's on when you need it. So if you're gonna go for a walk, it's most likely going to be on, since we can't account for life. So we can't, let's say like he's never been, um, he's 6 months, so he hasn't experienced July 4th. So let's say July 4th comes around, you're on your walk and you're like, I don't need the e-collar today, whatever, and you're walking, firework goes off and he's like, whoa, because he's gonna go into flight mode maybe. We don't know. Or like a car crash happens right next to you. He goes, whoa, I gotta run. Because when dogs are in flight mode, they're literally thinking like kill or be killed. So like
Mm.
they just want to get away. And so like let's say one day he snaps out the flat buckle collar, like how are you gonna connect to him to bring him back, So that's why we like having the e-collar on during walks.
Mhm.
In the home, let's say you have a guest come over 30 minutes prior, you collar him up, correct anything in the beginning like bad behavior, and then if he's fine the rest of the time, the guest is over, you can take it off. Or let's say like one, as he's maturing, like the puppiness goes away since you've been
Mhm.
yet. So he's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna hang out. Then you don't need it. Like if like, a year later, if you're like, you had the e-collar on at home, but we don't tap it. We don't need the remote. Then you don't need it.
Yeah.
Um, Now, are you going to be tapping all the time, like a year later at walks? No. Um, Most of the handlers here with our trained dogs, like Jesse only, like would say to his clients, like he only taps like, twice a month for his dogs, like once, twice a month,
Mhm.
like one tap twice a month. So um, it's good there if you need it. It's not there if you don't need it. If he's an
Yeah.
angel, he won't be wearing it.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh, any other questions?
Um, no, not, I don't think so. Not
Yeah.
so far.
So, um, but yeah, it's just the muscle stimulation. There's certain ways to teach it. But what else? What else? What else? What else? We use Dogtra, the brand. Keith, I keep calling Skip is what kind of dog is he? What kind of breed?
He's mixed breed.
Okay.
So
Do you know how big he might get?
I think medium. He's we did like a DNA thing. Who knows how accurate those are?
Yeah.
But he's part lab. They said he's part pit bull. He's part husky. He's part. So I don't think. I mean, he grew really quickly. We've had him for 4 months, and he got really big. But he's definitely sort of slowed down. They think he's going to be a medium dog. So I don't think he'll get much more than 50 pounds.
Yeah.
He's like 35 pounds now or something like that. So.
Oh, okay. And then did someone tell you to get that e-collar on a phone call, or was it a Instagram message or email?
Keith has been talking, my husband Keith has been talking to, I'm not sure who. He's been doing all of this through with you guys. So I don't know who he was talking to there, but
Okay. What else? But yeah, skip 6 months. He can absolutely, because the reason why we do 6 months is because younger than that, dogs can like comprehend what pressure is, and like they'll understand like consequence a little more than when they're puppies. If you end up doing it when he was like 3 months old or something like that, then you can create a nervous like peddler, like a nervous peer. So that's why we wait. It's also like the emotional part of like the owner, like they don't want to shock a 3 month or a 2 month old puppy,
yeah.
So it's typically like, by the time the puppy's 6 months, they've had enough to the point where like, okay, we'll do e-collar. That's what usually happens. And then, but yeah, he absolutely can do it. We have many options for you. So it goes in-person training. So we have, where do you see yourself in like, a year or two with Skip? Like, so for example, like, do you just walk Skip to the dog park and then you need him to come when called from the dog park and then you go home? Or do you go do all that dog park walk, come when called, and then you like to go to restaurants and you would like him to just lay down next to you and just stay there?
I doubt that. I doubt we would be at that. I think it's mainly, yeah, we go on walks every day, maybe a dog park trip every now and then, but even that wouldn't be that common. So I would like I said, like daycare would be a good option. I think it'd be good for him to have that experience. Some days it wouldn't be a common thing, but I think it'd be good for him to get that exercise, but I just want to make sure that he's good and sociable with other dogs and stuff like that. So
just like, you just really want to walk Skip.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we are walking him. I mean, he's fine. He's he's on his leash, and he's not like attacking other dogs at all. He does get really excited and jumps up and down and when he sees them, and we have let him sort of like sniff other dogs and see how they are, and I'm holding a tight leash to him, but yeah, I just want to make sure that he's behaving the way he should.
Yeah. So like for the in-person, we have we have different programs. So for the in-person one, where like it's like, since you're dealing with basic obedience stuff, it'd probably end up being me. Jesse's more like the behavior, and all that stuff. So we meet either here at the facility or Oz Park. It sounds like you just want like, so that like we have a 6-week program. So 2 classes is like the walking command, and then two other classes is like recall, come and called, and then you have 2 here. So for these 2, if everything's going well, we try to teach like a stationary command. So that's gone, and then you have 1 here, which you can save, or if you want to learn, like, because owners will go to the program thinking, like, we'll just do this walking thing, but then like once they start, like, wow, like, can we add classes, like, because we only got this many classes. So you can save it, until like, when you need it. We also have like the 3-week program.
Mhm.
That's just more like only walking your dog. Like we wouldn't really cover recall. So if you're wanting recall, I recommend the 6-week program. Um, and then it'd be like, for example, Monday, 1 p.m., an hour a week. So we give you a topic to cover for the week. Then we give you another topic, and we give you like we slow it down for you, so we're not overwhelming you for the week. And then you're doing everything. We don't touch the dog. We just coach you. So you're training Skip from the ground up, and you're seeing, oh, if this happens, you want to do this, and seeing how he reacts to the collar, and you're doing all the work. So that's in person. Pros, you're doing all the work. Cons, it's going to take a little longer since we're slowing it down for you guys, so we don't overwhelm you. Um, then we have the daycare and train. So Skip would come to daycare, and there's like I think there's like a 5-day, 10-day, 15 and 20, I think. So the 10-day would be equal to like our 9-week program, and the 5 would be a 6-week program, just 5 days. So, Skip would come in for a regular day of daycare. He can play, he can, do all the daycare stuff. But now we just add training. We teach every
Mhm.
single command the first day. We also take videos, so you're seeing how he took e-collar, how he taught it, what happened, what went down, and everything like that. So you get to see footage and everything, and how to practice. We talk about how to practice. So it's like an hour-long video. And then let's say you end up doing the 10-day. So that's a 2-week program. So you get two-hour videos. The second week would be us advancing to long leash reliability. So like, how focused is he really on this like 30-foot long leash, and we're holding the end, and that's all filmed as well. And then you're getting these videos, and so once these videos are uploaded, you can practice. So let's say these videos are uploaded like a second day. From there, you watch, practice, let us know how it's going. If And then we have the follow-up. So once you're either we can do it halfway, or like after the program, we do the follow-up, and we talk, like, show us what you've been practicing, and then we see good, and then we correct whatever needs to be corrected, answer any questions. Yeah, that's the daycare and train.
So in the daycare and train, if I did like 5-day, or is it 5 consecutive days? Like I do a week and he'd go every day, or it would be once a week, or how, like,
Yeah.
is there, how
Um,
does that normally done?
I think what they're doing now is they're doing certain days for you guys, so that we're not getting like 5 daycare and trains in one day. That's like, if we can't get to them, that's like just so we're not overwhelmed with so many daycare and trains. So
Yeah.
I think they do like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday for you guys. They don't need you don't need to come at those days, but like if you can like space them out, and then we're just kind of seeing who else is daycare and train. If we're slow daycare and trains, I don't think it would matter, but you don't need to do them back to back.
Okay.
You can do like I said, like Monday, Wednesday, and then Thursday. And then what you can do is after that first week, you can like either take a break from daycare and practice, expose them and everything, so that we're not wasting those classes. Just like do you get what I'm saying for that?
Yeah.
Because you need
Yeah.
for e-call, you need exposure. You need to let him know that, all right, e-call training is not only here, Skip, with Enrique or whoever's working Skip. It's also with mom at the park, at your home and everything. So you need to expose him.
Yeah.
And oh, say I said something.
Skip.
Oh.
Skip.
So they don't need to be back to back. They can be,
Okay.
1 week or whatever. Any other questions about the day or in person?
No, I mean, I think that because I'm going out of town, and we had talked about my daughter kind of doing the training, but I feel like the daycare and train would be a better option for us right now, that he could spend the day at daycare, and then I assume you pull him out and do this for an hour or whatever, and then he's back in daycare for the day. Is that how that works?
Yeah, that's how it works. He also, since he's trained us, gets to do duration work, which is, we have placemats and columns, and we say place, and he's just supposed to hang out and just like walk and just like watch everything go pass by. So like clients will be walking in, he's just chilling on the bed, like right here, and like there's a playpen here, playpen over there, we got treadmills here. There's a lot of action going on, and he's just supposed to like coexist and just like, you don't need to interact with everything going by. So it's focusing on impulse control. We also have the board and train program. So it goes 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 4 week. 4 week is equal to the 20-day program. The 4 week is also equal to the 12-week program of the in-person.
Yeah, I don't think we want to do board and train. I think we're not at that level yet. I don't know. I think that's more than we probably need.
Yeah.
And more than we'd want to spend, I'm sure. So, okay. So what would the next step be once we decide kind of which way we want to go, if we want to do in person or daycare and train? Do we just start, or is there like some sort of, because I know when I brought him in, I brought him in for that one day, and they said, well, we start with an evaluation, so he won't be with the other dogs, and it's like a 3-day process. So that was day 1 of the 3 days. So is that just for is that separate from training, or is that for training? I didn't really understand what that related to.
So the evaluation process was for only daycare.
Okay.
If you end up choosing the daycare and train program, you don't if let's say you never did the evaluation, and then like we just had a consultation, we've never met you, and you want to do daycare and train, you don't need to do the evaluation. It's just you just dive into your bundle of daycare and train.
Okay.
So now, since you have 2 days of the evaluation, it's essentially just regular, you can just, if you ended up just doing the daycare and train right now, it should be daycare and train, and then you have, I guess, 2 days of daycare after the program has ended, technically. But
yeah, so because that's the other thing, is that I know Keith paid like $60 or something for that day. Was that just for that day, or is that for the 3-day evaluation?
The $60 is for 3 days.
So he has 2 days built in. Okay, I didn't understand that. Okay. All right. And then that can be separate from this.
Yeah, you don't need the evaluation. So after this consultation, I'll send a follow-up email, basically, with everything that we talked about, from programs, prices, so like how much the 5-day, because you said you're leaning more towards the daycare and train, right?
I mean, I am, just because I'm going to be out of town. I would maybe do in person if I were going to be here, because I feel like I'm the one who's going to probably be more consistent with it. But what's good about the daycare, first of all, is that it gets him out of the house for a day, but then everyone can watch the video, see what to do, so they're all participating in carrying on that training through the week or through the next couple days or whatever until his next day.
Yeah.
So
and we also record for in-person as well. So if you want to switch up to in-person is also cheaper than daycare and train, I believe. So we record all the sessions. So if it ends up being your daughter, you get to watch those as well.
Okay.
And then, like,
I mean, is she allowed to do it by herself? She's 13. I don't know if she's.
Yeah, I think Yeah,
She might need to have someone, an adult with her, right?
yeah, I think so. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, it'd probably be daycare and training then.
Yeah.
But so I'll person price.
Sorry, you're froze. Oh, there. Are you back? There you go.
So your internet connection is unstable. Okay. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll send you the in-person prices just in case something pops up. We're like, we'll wait and we'll do in person, or I'll send you the daycare and training prices as well, the 5-week, 10-week. I'll send all the programs for you. Just not the board and train since you're not interested in the board and train.
Yeah.
And I'll also send.
Froze again. There you go.
Okay.
You're back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So when did you purchase your e-collar?
Like, I think we just got it in the mail 2 days ago or something, a day or 2 ago. I don't know if you can hear me. Oh, there you are. You're back.
Um.
You asked when I purchased the e-collar, and we got it like 2 days ago.
I feel like that e-collar will be fine. If we do run across issues, I think Doctra has like a 30 or 60 return policy.
Okay.
But if we need to get like I'm about to sneeze. Sorry. I don't think there'll be any issues with the e-collar. Yeah, I'll send the follow-up email. I'll also send a like agreement, like some not paperwork, but like something you need to sign, an agreement.
Yeah.
For that. And then once that is signed, we'll begin invoicing. And once the billing is complete, then you can bring Skip in for his first day of daycare and train. Right now, I think we only have, like 2 daycare and trains. So I'm pretty sure you can get started as soon as possible.
Okay, that'd be great.
Yeah. So it's just, I'll send the follow-up most likely tomorrow morning, just because I have another consultation after this. So once you sign that, I'll invoice. We also have payment plans as well. So I'll send you a payment plan, example, and see if you want to go for that as well. What else? What do you walk, real quick, what do you walk Skip on right now? A harness or?
He does wear a harness with a leash. Uh-oh, I lost you again. There you are. Hi. Yeah, he's on a harness with a leash right now.
Okay. So for the harness, just real quick, the harnesses promote pulling actually. I know there's like stuff out there that says a no pull harness. It's technically an oxymoron. So like huskies use harnesses. There's harnesses used in protection work. So like they'll have the harness on a dog, they'll pull back, the dog wants to pull forward, they pull back, the dog wants to pull forward. It's called opposition reflex. So I either try, well, since we're gonna be doing e-collar training and everything, getting, if he doesn't already have a regular flat collar.
Yeah, he does.
Okay. Because yeah, harnesses promote, we're telling him to come this way, but then the harness is telling him to go another way. So it'd be like, the training would be like, which way, he'd be kind of, but, so there's that. And then also, opportunistic behavior. So Jesse uses an example where like, he'll ask the client, do you drive on the highway? Do you go the speed limit? It's usually always no. No one goes the speed limit on the highway until they see a squad car. So once they see the squad car, they'll slow down. It's called opportunistic behavior. It's just nature, and animals have it too. So what you might see is that, let's say you're going for a walk with Skip, and then he's been good for a long time. He doesn't lunge. He's always at my side. He's really focused. And then one day you take the e-collar off, and he's just back to pulling and everything. It has nothing to do with the training. It has nothing to do with what you guys have been practicing. It's just nature. If we see an opportunity, if we see a opportunity to get away with something, we're most likely going to take it. So it's just a heads up there. If you notice something when you take the e-collar off.
Mhm.
What else? Do you have any other questions either about the e-collar or programs?
No, I don't think so. I think we get it. Yeah, I think we can go with, once I get your email, we'll figure out what we want to do. And we do want to get going soon for sure. So yeah, I think we'll just go from there.
Cool. If anything pops up, feel free to email me. I don't think, oh, you have my email now. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if any questions pop up, send an email. And then really quick, where are you guys located?
We are on the northwest side. So we're like near Jefferson Park,
Okay.
Albany Park, around there. So we would definitely do anything that you like in your facility. That would be the most convenient for us, as opposed to like Oz Park if we chose that. So
yeah. All right, if there's nothing else, it was a pleasure speaking with you, Suzanne. And then tell Keith we say hi. And do you just wanted to dive in, like the next time you come in, just dive into daycare and train, or do you plan on doing evaluation days before, or how did you want to go about that?
I don't know. I mean, we already did one, so we could potentially. I don't even. For the other 2 days that we have, he would also like not be with other dogs, right? It would just be kind of checking him out. Is that what would happen? If we do it before our training, like if we finish the actual evaluation process.
Yeah, so if you do the evaluation process before the second day, we introduce him to a dog and see, because I'm assuming he's social, right? Like he's.
I mean, he loves to play. He just wants to like play and tackle and.
Yeah. So just depending on the second day goes, we usually just don't let dogs play still until that third day, just so we get a feel for them. Because, for example, we had a dog here that started the evaluation process, And she was, owner said she was social, and she is social. She plays well and everything. Her evaluation process was pretty rough. Like the first, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
The first day, like I think she lunged at a dog because she was so stressed in a new environment.
Yeah.
So it took almost like half her 20-day bundle of daycare days to finally open up and play. So, it changes here and there. So we like to take the safe route.
Yeah.
Just like,
No,
right,
that's fine. I get it. I just didn't know what the rest of that process would be.
Yes.
I think we'd like to get into training as soon as possible. I think that's the goal, is to like maybe get a session or two in before my mother-in-law comes and see how that goes.
Cool.
So yeah, that would be ideal.
Awesome. Anything else?
No, I don't think so. I think that's it.
Okay. Well, it was nice speaking with you.
Yeah, you too.
Keep an eye out for that follow-up. And then just in case it goes to spam, check spam. I'm not sure why that happens sometimes. But yeah.
Okay.
All right.
No
Have a good
worries.
one.
All right. Thank you, Enrique.
Bye.
Bye.